Hey, if you're just watching live or just peeking in for a minute, stay tuned and listen in. Every Friday here live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. I work with many people as possible. You can see I've helped 2,748 people so far. Are you next? You want to join me live every Friday? Send me a DM wherever you're watching from, or look for the link, and we would love to have you join. I would love to have you join me here. So we are getting started in just a moment here. Okay. It looks like we're not going to be live on LinkedIn, and that's okay. Hey, I'm back, everybody, and welcome. My name is Michael Losier, and like I said, I'm here live every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Today, I kept my background because I kind of have two faces. One, I'm the law of attraction guy, and I did a Zoom yesterday on law of attraction, and I thought, well, maybe not everybody knows that I wrote those books, and really to talk about the connection between law of attraction and emotion code. What is up with that? You're going to learn today. Unknowingly, everybody has a vibe. And that vibe is positive or negative. And without even knowing it, the law of attraction is responding to your vibe by giving you more of the same vibe. That's okay when you're happy. But what about when you're ticked off and angry and complaining? What will law of attraction? It'll match that vibe. And these vibes in my cartoon head are about this size. And my job today is to find out what is the emotion or the vibe on this chart that's causing you to have physical pain or thoughts and challenges or anxiousness. You'll see there's a big list. So today, again, if you're watching live or you'd rather work with me one-on-one, I get that. You can go to releasingnegativeemotions.com. I have a menu of about 100 items I'm having complete success with. I've helped 2,748 people in the last 2 years, Clubhouse, LinkedIn, and now every Friday. I've already pre-numbered 8 today. That means I'm anticipating to attract 8 new people that haven't had a session that want to have an experience. So if you're watching in and you see the Zoom link, it's live right now. No registration. Come in, prepare your hair, turn on the Zoomer, and let me know how I'm going to help you. That's it. So if you had a session with me before, and I'm seeing a lot of regular friends coming in, I want to hear from you. What did I help you with? Give us an update on that. Kind of lets our friends watching the different things that I can do. First timers, I'm welcoming you as well. I'm going to explain the emotion code process pretty quickly, my interpretation of it. And then I'm going to hear from a couple of people that I'll help before, and then we will be looking for some new volunteers. So again, if you're watching live, come in. We've got a team of people here helping me welcome people. And again, there's no registration. Come in, join the party, and we will get started. My name is Michael Losier. In addition to being the author of these 3 books, this one here is, most of you know, about 37 languages, 4 million copies. I was also interviewed by Oprah Winfrey 4 times, and I had my own radio show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Oprah, if you're on Zoomer listening in, I'd love to help you with anything I can help you with, because you know that I know that she knows that I know that I can help her with physical pain, like I'm going to help my friends today. I'm going to explain the emotion code process. It's from Dr. Bradley Nelson, the creator of the emotion code process and the emotion code chart. And brilliantly, he uncovered and figured out and got information about emotions. And these are, he calls them trapped emotions. And they're like unprocessed emotions. Well, what's a trapped emotion? Why is it trapped? I'm going to put it in my cartoon terms. Something happened to you where you got embarrassed or ticked off or angry and you never told anybody. And you were festering it. You don't know that word, festering? I was holding it in. I was festering it. I didn't get ticked off or break dishes or scream or swear or kick the can. I held all that in. Well, guess what? That held in emotion is about this size. And sometimes people say, oh, I've got stress in my shoulders. Well, you're close. It's not stress, but it is a baseball-sized emotion like that. And my unique ability is to connect with you anywhere in the world. I live on a little island on the west coast of Canada. You're not here. I have clients in 17 countries. My unique ability is to connect with each person, subconscious mind. I'm going to ask questions using muscle testing. This is yes, that's a no. This is yes, that's a no. You don't need to understand it, believe it, or even like it. But imagine having somebody check in to find out what negative emotion. Now, I'll read some of them. You know how somebody had anger issues? What if it was just one unprocessed ball of anger? What if you had jealousy issues? What if it was one ball of jealousy? These are unprocessed from previous events and relationships. And they awake themselves and pop up right here. I am the pop-up deleter. So imagine having one of those lodged in your shoulder. It's like, ow, 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 I can't turn my neck. So you get an x-ray and you can't see anything on the x-ray. Why? Because it's energy. And what's the only thing that'll delete energy? Is a magnet. Now that's an industrial magnet. These are little toy magnets. I'm just showing you different ones. It could be a magnet on the wall. The magnet is the only thing that'll dilute energy. And because I'm connected to you, I don't want to take that energy on, and I want to delete it for you. So with a magnet and with intention, because I'm connected to you, I'm going to just swipe in front of my forehead. Imagine this is the entry point for me to receive other people's energy, purposely or not. I'm going to do this so I don't get it. And as a practitioner, I always test, did I absorb any of this emotion from this client? And sometimes I do. Practitioners, if you're listening, always double check, did I absorb anything? And for those practitioners who aren't using a magnet, double, triple, quadruple check. Am I absorbing my client's emotion? So do I have any absorbed emotion from any client? No. I did have, but I deleted it. That's a yes. That's a no. Am I Michael Losier? Yes. Am I Mary? No. Am I Michael? Yes. Yes. No. Let it go if it's a no. Hold it there if it's a yes. Real quickly, when people volunteer, I'm going to become their proxy. That means I'm going to do this for them. Why? Because that's what I do. You don't need to learn how to do it. You don't need to understand. That's what I'm doing. I become your proxy. And using muscle testing and the emotion code, I love when show and tells. They're called gizmos, by the way. So I use muscle testing and the emotion code. Your brain will tell my fingers, yes, it's that one. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. And just like if you asked me to delete a file folder, you got to tell me the name of it. So when I want to release an emotion, I just can't say release this emotion because it has to have a name. My job is to find out what is the exact name and release it for you and then check my work. That's what I'm going to be doing today. Good. Let's welcome someone that I helped in the last couple of weeks, or that I helped here. We'll get an update, find out what's going on. What are you noticing? Who would like to share an experience they've had so far?
I will.
Who's that?
Debbie.
Hey, Debbie. Sorry, I can see you now. Hey, Debbie, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I had some neck issues, and now I don't have any neck issues. And also, my stomach was worked on, and it is 99% gone. I don't feel the fullness that I had.
Right.
So that is amazing.
Yeah. So we'll just tell our friends. So, I worked with Debbie and she had a sore neck. That's all you need to tell me. Wouldn't we love to tell the story sometimes? Oh, about 7 years ago, the big long story. You know what Michael's listening for? Where is it? And what's the number? And Debbie did a great job. She said, it's here, kind of showed me, and it's about an 8. That's all I need. And through muscle testing and question asking, first the question was, is this 100%? It's like a video game, right, Debbie? Is this 100% emotion related? If I'm getting a yes, we're going to the next level. The very last level is swiping the little bugger that was causing it. So imagine whatever the number was, lodged here. And then people say, well, why would I collect so many emotions there? I've heard Dr. Brad say, wherever you had an accident is the weakest part of your body. And it's where you attract, you remember I said this is where I'm attracting things. So we would attract stuff at the weakest part of the body. So I went in, identified them by name, released them with emotion, and then she was able to correct all of that. And tell us about the stomach. Imagine having a base. Now I'm going to ask you if we can look at a minute again. So I have this baseball-sized emotion. Now it's inside my stomach, and now there's an imbalance. It means something's off. Things aren't moving, and things aren't sliding, and things aren't digesting, because these emotions are stopping all that operation from having. Remind me of your stomach challenges and where it's at today.
It was super hard, kind of full when I would eat and get full, and it was like uncomfortable. And that was something new that I've had for over the last couple of months. And so I didn't know what was going on with that. And then you did your thing, and today it is nearly gone. And it
Well, we're
was
gonna take it.
amazing.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna take a peek at this chart. You know, Michael, I'm talking like I'm in the third person. I'm a real good question asker. And when I run out of questions, I go to the boss, which is right here. So it's an anatomy chart that has 6 panels on it. And I numbered each panel. So when I'm connected to Debbie, I'll say, is there something on the 6-panel chart? And her subconscious mind knows the chart because I'm connected to her on her behalf. It said yes. I'm just making this up right now as I'm going through this. It is on chart number 3. So Michael goes to chart 3. Then I say, is it this? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. And when I hit the 1, your brain says, that's the one. So I don't need to, someone said, it feels something in my stomach. I don't know if it's my liver or you don't need to know. And it gives me enough information. Hey, say my client's feeling some pain and it'll take me to the exact organ. Yesterday, I helped a woman who was unexplainably not losing weight, and she never did any changes. Her diet was good, everything was the same, and it took all of this, took me to a kidney-sized pineal gland. I'll hear about that. It's in the back of the head. It's the size of a little. It looks like a navy bean, and it has a lot to do with losing weight and not losing weight. So Michael Losier would have talking third party again. I would have never asked that question. I am now though, because that's when I develop a protocol, it's part of the protocol I'll ask. But it took me all the way to the endocrine system and boom, boom, boom. And boy, and we had a conversation about that yesterday. So thank you for joining me, Debbie, and sharing your 2 success stories.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Do we have anybody new joining us today? Okay, we'll keep hearing from our friends. I'm just going to check the chat. Yeah. Good. Who's got a success story for me? What are you noticing? What's different? Anything I've helped you on? Go ahead, Dava. Oh, Dava, we'll do Dava and then Joseph. I got you in the queue, Joseph. Dava, welcome in. Good morning.
Hello. So last week when I was here, I was telling you about that you had helped me the previous day after you did my energy work, because I had troubles thinking of a business name. And then literally right after you got done with doing my energy work in our practitioner meeting, all these names just kept coming to me. I couldn't stop thinking of business names. So then the next day here last week, you helped me get release indecision, and then I like stood in my power because you also released loss of femininity, and I thought of my business name and I submitted it to the state. It got approved a couple days ago, but it's also cool because when I was waiting for the approval, I kept saying to myself, I can't believe that I'm going to have my own business. And wow, I just can't believe this. But then I remembered you saying how important words are. And so I was like, oh, I'm like, no, I'm so happy that I have my own business. And wow, I'm a business owner. And then an hour later is when I got approved by the state that my LLC was good.
Your valves are wide open, as you know, right? And this is such a good time. I'm going to do a little training session here. It comes from my book, Law of Attraction, at least the principles. So this is a little diagram. This is Law of Attraction in a box right here, this faucet. And that droplet at the very bottom is indicating how much water you're allowing. So David, this is a question for you. Is there a lot of water available behind this tap? Can you assume that?
Yes.
Too bad. This could be hooked up to a fire hydrant, a fire truck, a garden hose. It doesn't matter. You're still only going to get 1 drop of water. The speed at which you allow anything, money, business, customers, clients, boyfriend, girlfriends, whatever you're wanting to attract, how much available doesn't matter. People say, oh, there's a lot available in the universe. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much available. What matters is how much resistance you have in receiving it. The speed at which you'll allow anything, money, customers, clients, job interviews, job offers, isn't determined by how much you want it, or how big your macaroni collage is, or how much you visualized and prayed and meditated. None of that matters. It's nice to make you feel good, but it doesn't bring more. That handle, I put it in red to indicate a negative symbol. That resistance is blocking, stopping you from allowing more. Now, what's happening with Deva, she's in the flow. And by flow, I mean her resistance has been lowered. Look why. Negative vibe mastered that. Trapped emotions, we got rid of those. Blocks were her beliefs. The only thing we didn't release was her doubt. But she's doing that herself, because you know what releases doubt? Is proof. She's having proof all around her about her attractability, meaning her ability to be attract. And she's pointing at it and saying, this is here because of me. This is here because of me. This is here. Oh, am I ever a good manifester? And then when she talks about wanting something, the little voice in her head, oh, you're good. You're such attractable. You attract everything you give attention to. So the speed at which you attract anything is determined by how much doubt you have and negative vibrations. Are your valves open or are your handles shut tight? David, tell me if that brought clarity, not that you needed it, but if that made sense to you, rather.
It made so much sense. Thank you.
Thank you. And I do want to talk about one of the emotions that came up, and it sounds personal, but it comes up with everybody. If it doesn't come up, I make sure it comes up. Hashtag note to all practitioners. You know how you go to a restaurant and sometimes they give you coleslaw and you didn't ask for it, but we like it? So, oh, that was a nice little treat. I got coleslaw. Or you might get a little fortune cookie at the end, or a little candy or something at the end of your meal. We love that. You want to give your client a nice little parting gift, clear their creative insecurity. And I want to tell you why. So here's what creative insecurity is. It's on the chart, and you have to use both names. Remember the rule to delete an emotion. I need to identify it by name and delete it with a magnet, any size magnet. Creative insecurity. It's feeling unsafe or untrusting about the self and the creation or development of anything. So what does that mean, Michael? You see, Dr. Brad says, this feeling of insecurity, it arises, it wasn't there. Oh, I want to do this. I want to write this. I want to do this. I want to start a business. I want to do a website. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do something in my future. And this little ball of energy said, la, 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 la. And it's creative insecurity. Because why? You're about to create and develop something, and this insecurity arises and said, you're going to get it wrong. Don't do it. So guess what? We don't. The number one emotion that causes procrastination is creative insecurity. Every time you look at the list, the energy comes up, says you're not going to do it right, don't do it. So, okay, you don't have to talk me into that, I won't do it. If you're watching right now, I want you to, and my friends, I want everyone to get a magnet, and we're going to do a session together on creative insecurity. I want to teach you how you can do this yourself. Now, can you do all of this yourself? No, because it's usually multiple emotions, and sometimes they're inherited and absorbed. This one here, there's a presupposition, which means I'm presupposing the emotion causing your creativity is going to be creative insecurity. So I'm going to give you the script for that. I'm saying, Mandy, join. It's if you are watching live and you want to join the panel, get in the queue. I'm looking for new folks today. I'll talk to Mandy shortly, but right now, I'm going to teach you how to delete the insecurity that's stopping you from getting anything done. What are you putting off? What are you avoiding? Did you want to write an article? Did you want a new house? Did you want to go dating again? Did you want to go on live on Zoom? Is there an insecurity that every time you say you want to do it, you just say no? I know that you know that I know that you know that you can think of something. Show me a thumb up if you can. Yeah, one little thing you might be procrastinating on. Oh, you haven't done your taxes, or you haven't called this person back. And that little thing is an energy drainer, and it's because of one emotion. So here is the guidance to Dr. Brad's emotion code. Number one, you can delete the emotion with the magnet, but you need to know it by name. And the reason people hire me, an emotion code practitioner, is because of my ability is to find the emotion for you. Can you do it? Yeah, take thousands of hours of practice and training and customers and clients, but that's what my job is. I'm your proxy. So I find the emotion and delete it for you. And after doing 2,748 episodes free here, plus 1,600 clients, I got to see a pattern. And the pattern was always the same. The reason why people are procrastinating and putting stuff off is one energy called creative insecurity. Now, the reason why you're able to do it yourself is because you know the name and you have a magnet, and I'm going to teach you what to say. And if you're watching live or here in the Zoomer, maybe somebody can put it in the chat, and then if you need to hear it again, it'll be there. Maybe Mary or Dave, somebody, you've heard it before. Okay, I'll show you the instruction. Here's with emotion code, you need to surface the event. What does that mean? Oh, you know what, I'm putting off calling my mom. I've been putting it off for 2 months. That's the event. And then you say the sentence. Because the event has an emotion to it. So I'm calling up the event that's stopping me, or the event is I haven't mailed this in, or I haven't replied to this, or I get 10,000 emails. That's so you call up that problem, and then you say the sentence, and then the magnet, any magnet, that's a little tiny one that you can see. You swipe it right in front of here. So I just go up and down like that. Now, Dr. Brett says do it 3 times or 10 times, depending. I just do it. I don't count. It's enough to remember what to say. Say, right, Daniela? Yet you want me to remember what to say and then count? No. So I say, just keep the motor running. Just like a windshield washer, a windshield wiper. No one's counting. Okay, everybody get their magnets. I want you to think of something that you're putting off. I want you to start the swiping, rev up the motor. Go ahead, join me, and surface the problem. I'm asking about this procrastination in getting my year-end adjustments done. That's Michael, whatever so I'm talking about this problem. It's even on my desk. That's how much I'm avoiding it, but not doing it. And here's the sentence. Exactly. I'm releasing this creative insecurity, stopping and blocking the creation and development of this project, or this article, or this newsletter, or whatever. I'll say it again. I am releasing this creative insecurity that's blocking and stopping the creation and development of blank. And that's it. Imagine doing that when you're going for a walk, or you're on the train, or however your life works, and you're thinking, okay, I've got to do a few tasks today. And listen, that's good. I do this anywhere, restaurant, airplanes. I'm releasing this creative insecurity about this meeting I'm having today, and I want to be able to create and develop and say the right things and answer the questions nicely and stay focused. I'm releasing any creative insecurity because I'm about to develop something. Done. The presupposition is we're presupposing that was the emotion. I would test it to say, did I delete it? That's the only thing I would be able to do differently. But you can assume that is the reason. Okay, we are going to carry on, say hello. And Mandy, introduce yourself and say hello. Go ahead, you're on mute there.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Tell me what caught your attention to join me today.
I don't know. I just gone on live and I thought, actually, I'm working on limiting belief right now, and suddenly I saw your Zoom, but I didn't know what is it, but I just come and join.
Okay, so did you say you have a limited belief?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of doubt and fear.
And around what subject? Around doing what?
In business. Because I keep on attract. I keep on. I don't have a lot of clients.
Okay.
and
And
and and my big client has just gone, And I realized that maybe I am, as you said, it's not insecurity. So I keep on attracting insecurity. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
So today I'm going to find out what is the vibe, and everybody has it, by the way, right? What is the vibe that I'm sending about prospects? And a prospect is a client. You know, you meet somebody at the grocery store or online, and you have a conversation and say, hey, Mandy, I think I'd like to hire you. So everybody you're meeting is a prospect, right? So I'm going to find out, it's called the heart wall. I'm going to find out what is your vibe about prospects. And the vibe, remember earlier I talked about, so the vibe, this is you and I, not really pretend, the vibe that we're sending is actually the order. So so you're going to find out and what your vibe is about prospecting and how prospects are matching it. So when I change your vibe, what happens? I change your results. When your vibes change, your results. Put this in the chat if you're watching anywhere live. I get what I vibrate. Listen, you don't get what you want because you want lots of clients. You're not getting it. Why? Because it's not what you're vibrating. I wanted a happy, slender body. Did I get it? No. What am I vibrating? That I don't have a happy, slender body. So you get what you vibrate. You don't get what you want. So this is what I'm going to work today. I'm going to find out what's the old emotion left over from prospects that you're bringing to the next prospect meeting that they're applying to. So this is one of the typical things that I do with business owners. What is your heart wall with customers? What is your heart wall with referrals? What is your heart wall with yourself and the world? What is your heart wall with opportunities and so on? And then once they get cleared, you're sending a new vibe.
Thank you.
Okay, Mandy, where are you calling from?
Hong Kong.
Okay, good. Well, I'm in Vancouver, off of Vancouver, Canada. This is a great example about how distant we are, and I'm still able to connect with Mandy. I did some seminars in Hong Kong. I loved it. It was so much fun. Until I went to the balcony on the 51st floor, and then I didn't like it. It was so overwhelming, just all that buildings and on the 51st floor. And I was doing a presentation on the 51st floor. It was for I think it was the American Chamber of Commerce or something. It was mostly Americans there, business owner. And I could see, I was on the 50, and I'm on the stage, and I could see out the window, and it was just vast miles of buildings. I was so nervous about that. And then everybody goes on the balcony during the break. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, Mandy, I'm checking in with you. It's my first time connecting with Mandy, CHAN. I have her permission. She's with me right now. When I have somebody connected before, they're on file, so it happens really fast, like you might have seen with David. I'm still connecting. There we go. Am I Mandy? Am I Mandy Smith? Am I Mandy Chan? Am I Michael? Am I Mandy? These are yeses. Yes, no. Am I Michael Losier? Am I Mandy? Yes. I'm just going to save my shoulders here. So when I become your proxy, then I'm going to say it as if this was Mandy's voice, and I'm going to surface her. Remember the rule? Surface the problem, find the emotion, delete the emotions to that event. So I was telling Michael about clients and not getting customers and clients, and that's all of that's not the way I want it to be. Do I have a heart wall energy that I'm sending with prospects and clients? I know I do, so I'm going to ask it differently. How many? Is it more than one? That's a yes or no question. Is it more than one? Is it more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is it more than 6? No. Oh, so it's under 6. No. What is it, Captain Obvious? 6. So Mandy's subconscious mind is told my subconscious mind, yes or no answering questions rather. There's 6 emotions on this chart, and the rule is I got to know them by name. It feels odd. Is one of them on the trauma chart, and are 5 on this chart? Yes. And the other on the trauma chart, and that is the blue chart behind me, Dr. Bride's emotion code chart. This is a trauma chart of 90 emotions. Isn't your subconscious mind smart? It knew exactly the emotion. What column is it in? Is it column A? It is. Is it column C, B, A? Is it row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is it A5, 1, A5, 2, A5, 3, A5, 4, 5, 5? Is this my own? Is this a heart wall? Yes. This will be significant. It's more than coleslaw. You hear it. Okay, I got the magnet. I'm connected with Mandy, and I'm releasing this for her. I'm releasing this trauma of loss of femininity. And it means the loss of my power or the loss of my voice or my inability to speak up and claim my brilliance and claim my gift. And I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I can help you here. People love me because of this. And it's because everybody has it at some point. Somebody said, who do you think you are? Doing this, saying that you can heal people or you can help people. And that's when we say, oh, I better, because Bob doesn't like it. And that's what loss of femininity means. I'm losing my power, or actually giving it away. I'm still releasing this loss of femininity, trauma, blocking, stopping me from speaking up, having a voice, claiming my brilliance, releasing this heart wall trauma, loss of femininity. And are the other 5 on the blue chart? Yes, is it column A? Yes, is it column A? Is it A1, A1? Is it all A? Is it all A3? Yes. So imagine, without knowing it, you're approaching prospects and you're sending this vibration. The first vibration you were sending was, I don't have a voice, right? And I don't have boundaries, all of that energy. So I get rid of that. Here's the other one. I'm releasing this heart wall of rejection. Pretty common, right? We're getting rejected. So imagine coming up to prospects and sending the heart wall of rejection. What are they going to do with it? Match it. I'm deleting it. I'm releasing this heart wall called rejection. Next one. I'm releasing this heart wall of discouragement. Oh, you're setting that up for a good meeting, right? Let's go to the meeting with rejection and discouragement. You're not alone, by the way. These are common. The next one is crying, releasing this heart wall of crying. And it literally means crying. Next, I'm releasing this heart wall of sadness. I'm releasing this heart wall of sorrow. Do I have a heart wall with customers and clients? No. Do I have any other negative charge with them? And I'm gonna finalize it with these 4 beliefs. Would it be okay for me to expect and intend and notice differences? People asking me questions, people wanting to know about my services, old customers coming. Would it be okay if I noticed that difference and anticipated it? Yes. Would it be safe? Yes. Am I worthy? Yes. Do I believe it? Yes. Was that okay before? It wasn't okay before today. It wasn't safe. It wasn't worthy. I didn't believe it. Have I changed your mind 100%? Am I sending a brand new vibration with or about clients? Yes. Am I done? Yes. Any sensations during that, Mandy, or anything make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel something in your chest?
I feel some
Oh, if
energy
you did,
around.
what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's moving.
Yeah, it's moving. I feel some energy around here, and I feel something stuck on my throat.
Something stuck in your throat. Okay, good. So I'm still gonna connect with you. So when I released the loss of femininity, it's your voice. So it was right here.
Oh,
That
okay.
big emotion was there, and it was stopping you from speaking up and having a boundary, and that's not okay. Even to say, this might not be true for you, Mandy, but for people with this energy, it's even hard for them to say, I like this and I like this, and because what if my friend doesn't like it? And that's what it means to give your power away, that you wouldn't claim what you, oh, I don't like that. And some people wouldn't say that to their friend. They wouldn't, it's not, you know what I mean? It's just your voice is back. So I'm reconnected with Mandy. Am I Michael Losier? Stay connected. So again, I'm going to surface the problem. I was telling Michael, I still felt some sensations in my throat. Is it 100% emotion related? It is. Is it more than one? No. Is it under one? No. Is it mine? Yes. Is it a blue sheet? Yes. Is it column A or B? Is it B1, B2, B3? Is it B31, B32, B33? Is this my own? I'm releasing this unprocessed energy of grief. Releasing this energy of grief. Releasing this energy of grief. Now what is the severity? What is the severity of this discomfort in my throat? Is it under 10? Is it under 5, 4, 3, 2, under 2, under 1? Is it under 1? Is it under 0, over 0, 0? Okay, Mandy, let's check with you. Just gonna Move your neck a little bit, get the energy flowing.
Still have a little bit, but much better. And also
Okay,
there's
hang out
some
with me.
energy on my chest also.
Okay, let that process, right? Because a magnet, but stay with me and then
Yeah.
I'll come visit you again. In a traditional appointment, I meet with people for 25 minutes. So this will say, you know what, let's park that and work on something else. Because right now, when I get rid of these energies, it's like a garden hose that had a kink in it. And now now things are like, well, finally, it's like we can swim again. Like all the energy. So it takes time for it to process, but hang out with me and we'll have some more conversation.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to flip over somebody that I helped in the past. I want to get an update from you. What did I help you with? What was the severity? How does it feel now? Who is next? Oh, Joseph was in the queue. Thanks, Joseph. Okay, Joseph, welcome back.
Hi. I see you're doing a lot of good work helping people. Are you hiring right now by any chance?
Am I what?
Are you hiring right now by any chance?
What does that mean?
Well, are you looking to hire anyone to help you with your processes or any of the work you're doing? All you.
Around emotion code?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Or anything you're doing.
Yeah. I would only hire anybody that I've mentored for like maybe 6 months. So, and the people that I'm mentoring now are like me. They're fast, efficient. They're fast, effective, and efficient. In other words, they're finding emotions as fast as I do. They know how to ask the question. They know how to do ranges. And then that's kind of how you can duplicate my style, if that's what you're talking about.
Oh, sure.
Joseph,
Yeah, I'm just
remind
doing
me, what's that?
no, I'm doing a work search right now, and I said this guy's doing real good work. Let me ask about it. I know he's got a mentoring program.
Yeah,
Maybe at the end
I'm
you
not
can
getting,
tell us how
I'm not
to
getting a
get
good signal for
into
the,
that
I can't hear you very well. I think you're
program.
frozen there.
But you asked about something you helped me with, and that was working on.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Give me an update on that. What was it? What's the change? What's going on now? Tell our friends.
Okay, so you helped me work on blockages towards writing a book. I will say that I have blockages maybe to getting started, maybe to even doing anything. But when I am writing, I feel free from like a lot of that judgment. I feel more freedom to just create. I feel it's just like more unlimited. And so I'm writing very few words, but the words I do write, it's like, yeah, this is okay. I'm not hating myself.
Yeah,
So
that's that
it's
self-abuse,
actually
right?
good.
Abusing yourself with words and stuff.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's good progress. Yeah. Okay, and you're still writing and you're still working on your project?
I'm still working every day. It's maybe a very little bit, but I'm still getting stuff done, and what I do get done does seem to be free flowing.
Yeah, that script that I gave today is perfect for you.
I think my struggles are about.
Yeah, I can only hear half of what you're saying, so I'm gonna take over.
What?
So what we learned today about how to release that that script that I gave, that should be in on your desk, because you're a creator, so you're always creating, you're always developing, and it should be just like a little, you know how people might pray in the morning? That could be you. That could be your little ritual. Clear up all your insecurity about writing and your creative blocks and your creative juices and all that stuff. That's how I use it when I go to work on a project or write something, or I have to work on a website, text, and I just do a quick little swipe and help it out. So that was important today for everybody. I'm not sure if somebody put it in the chat. I'm just going to go check.
I have a question. If you can hear me, on your resistance card, you listed doubt, negative vibes, trapped emotions, and blocks. I think I understand what all those are, but what's the difference between trapped emotions and blocks? And
well, blocks are like, well, they're caused by the trapped emotions are causing the blocks, but people don't use the word trapped emotions. I have trapped emotions. They say I have a money block, or I have a customer block, or I have a getting a boyfriend girlfriend block. So it's kind of a friendlier word, because even the word trapped emotions is not common at all. And if I was going to redo it, I wouldn't call it trapped emotions. I just call it old negative emotions. And that's what's a trapped emotion? Oh, it's an old negative emotion. Oh, okay. kind of get away from the jargon, but I haven't updated that diagram.
Okay.
Okay, Joseph, thanks for your update and hanging out with us. Mandy, let's pop over to you again. Tell me how things are feeling in your body there.
I feel better, but I feel some sadness come over from my eyes. Is that it is releasing?
It's releasing, yeah. A couple things happen. Sometimes people are still processing information. Sometimes people get super sleepy and it's like, I'm going to bed, and it's like 1 in the afternoon. So people respond differently. And sometimes people will get agitated, but it's really brief because that emotion is like trying to get out. And as soon as it's like, oh, why am I so pissed off? But it only lasts 2 minutes. So yours might be the sadness that you're talking about. I don't know for sure, but I'll check in
And
with you again.
I also got some like little bit heart pain.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an emotion.
So there are additional items. They don't have anything to do with what I worked on, other than they're showing up that's something to work on. So if you want to come back next week or give us an update, because you got a brand new client today. So again, that word, you should be anticipating some movement. It's like, oh, I wonder where I'm going to get a new contact from today. And even having a voice to people say, so what do you do, Mandy? And just that ability to have a voice and own your talent and so on.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
I want to check in with Daniela. Daniela, say hello, introduce yourself.
Hi.
You're on. Oh, there you go.
I'm Daniela. I live here in Switzerland, and I connected with Michael last week for the first time. It was so intense. It was so good. I'm still letting it all unfold. But the most precious thing was that you helped me. I'm a bit nervous speaking. I don't really like to speak in front of people.
Yeah.
But you really helped me come back to myself, into my body, and come back home to really, I just
the experience you're talking about, I think we did one last week. It was called Spirit Out of Body, and there was a client that I worked with that had that. So, and that's literally part of your energy, your soul, your spirit outside of your body, and it can't get back in. So my job is to bring that in. So when you use the expression, I'm feeling whole, that means you're feeling 100% back into it. But because you haven't been on this call before, you get to have a free session today. I did hear you say that you'd like to do more public speaking. Does that include like just speaking on Zoom or in front of a room? Give me some more context what that means.
Well, actually, I don't like it.
Do you want to like it?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. So is that speaking here, or do you mean in front of a room or at school or something, or?
In front of people in general.
Okay, let me work on that for you. Okay, so welcome aboard. Hey, again, I'm on the west coast of Canada. You're in Switzerland. We're not near each other. Because we connected before, you'll see how easy it is. I'm just connecting with Danielle. I'm not even done my time. Am I Michael? Should I Danielle? Yes. So remember, I want to surface the problem. You know, I was telling Michael about my negative charges and feelings about speaking live. Like right now, joining the Zoom and hearing him call my name, and trying to articulating what are all the trapped emotions that I'm having or had since this whole thing about being seen and talked in public, and I still have them. Yes. Is it more than one? Yes. Is it more than two? Under two? Are they both on the blue? Yes. Is there any in column A, B? Is it B 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it B5? Yeah. Is it B51? Is this old? Are both of these emotions from an old event? I'm releasing this energy called conflict.
Wow.
This energy called conflict. Without stopping you from saying up, because you don't want to agitate this emotion, right? So it's like, oh, I won't say anything. I don't want any conflict. Releasing this unprocessed conflict. Now is this conflict deleted? Yes. Where's the next one? Is it A, B? Is it B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? B 51, B 52, B 53, B 54, I'm releasing this energy called unsupported. Releasing this energy called unsupported. And what are the trapped emotions, including today or any other time that I was on a Zoom or in public and had to say something or give an opinion? What trapped emotions in the last 100 times that I ever had to do that kind of engagement or being seen or heard or having voice the last 100 times? How many emotions do I still have that ever always came up during that? Under 5, 4, 3, 2, under 2, under 1, over 1, 1. Is it column A, B? Is it B? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm releasing this unprocessed energy of, wait for it, panic, right? Feeling a little panic. Oh, I'm panicking. I have to say something. I have to go next. Releasing this unprocessed panic.
Wow.
Okay. So what negative charge am I having? Just being seen, going through that process, being vulnerable, talking to Michael, going to say something in a minute. What unprocessed negative charges am I having? Under 5, 4, 3, 2, under 1, 0. So is it okay for me to speak up and participate and be seen? Yes. Is it okay? Is it safe? Am I worthy? Do I believe it? Was that okay before today? It wasn't okay. It wasn't safe. I wasn't worthy, and I don't even believe it, but I do now. Am I done? Yes. Okay, Daniela, tell me about anything you're thinking or feeling during that.
Wow. I just felt the release of it, like especially when you mentioned the word conflict. But now I
Oh,
just feel
yes.
excitement here. It's like this, I'm just vibrating inside, like wow, like
Yeah,
yeah. So thank you.
thanks for
So much.
volunteering. And
And
for
I
our
was,
friends watching,
I was thinking before, I was like, I hope he's not going to call my name. I hope he's
oh,
not going to
you can
talk to
you
me.
can absolutely depend. That's exactly what I want to do. Right, Colette? Yeah, don't call on me. I'm like a comic. I'll zoom you in. You know, today my goal every time was 0, get everything to 0. And to make sure that Daniela's example, I said, go back to the last 100 times. That's a good sample, right? If I can go to the back the last 100 times and I need to speak up on, we could just do one. You'll notice when I included 100, one more came up. I thought I was done. And your little voice said, no, there's another one. So I said, go back to the last 100 times. And then that last one came up. So now it's neutral. None of those emotions. And I want everyone to hear it. For the last 100 times, it was the same emotion. It wasn't 100 of these. It was one.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Wow.
Thanks for volunteering.
Wow. Thank
Yeah. Hey, come back next week, everybody, and bring your friends. I'm here live every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, and you know your time zone. And I'm always looking forward to introduce people to the process, give them a session and have them have an experience. My goal for being here is to really explain and show people what I do. And out of those 2,700 people, about 2,000 of them never got to see it. And they're listening over Clubhouse, me going 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So that was confusing, but here at least you can see it. So who would like to say hello next? Carol's joined
Hello,
us. Hey,
sorry,
Carol.
I want to ask one question because I
Yeah.
just popped up from the Facebook. I tried to find your page again and I couldn't find it. So can you just share your page?
Yeah,
What
I'm going to
is
see. Maybe did you ask? I don't know what. I think it's called Michael Losier's Emotion Code Room or something like that.
Michael Losier.
Oh, it's called Michael Losier's Group for Friends and Emotion Code Practitioners. There's only like 5 or 6 Facebook groups on emotion code. So
Let me just.
and then I'll allow you in when you get that. So.
Oh, I have already joined. Yeah.
Okay, good. You should be able to see it in there. And we should be live in that room. I haven't
Yeah.
checked. I just assume that we are.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mandy. Carol, let's hang out with you. Say good morning, or you can say good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, there, Mary put the link inside the chat to join the Facebook group for those of you here and just want to watch it live. You can watch it live to the Facebook group. Good. Hey, Carol, give us an update on something that I helped you with. Tell our friends what's going on. What's the severity now?
A couple of things that we worked on was the lymph node that felt like there were big balls stuck here in this underneath my ear, the side of my throat, and that got cleared. So, and we related it to the lymphatic system, and also my tight throat is no longer tight.
Yeah, let's just stay there for a minute, Carol, because it was like, well, how did they know it was a lymph node? Well, we weren't guessing. And I remember the session, you said there's still something there. Then Michael couldn't figure it out. So I asked the boss and I said, is there something on this part? And it said yes. And it said the lymph nodes. And it showed me where it was. And it was right there, exactly where you were pointing. So we
Yes.
got that rebalanced. I mean, it wasn't working properly. So
Yes.
thank you for that update. And what's the other area?
The other one was the tight throat and also the respiratory. I can go hiking now without having to stop every so often. So the respiratory is cleared and the tight throat is cleared. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Oh, great. Especially getting out and the ability to walk and hike and enjoy the air and so on.
I couldn't keep up with my friends. My question for today is that you had mentioned that you would check on my cat, Miss Cleo, and to see how her kidneys are doing.
Okay, we can do that.
Thank you. She was I'll just a little history back there. She was diagnosed last May with she had 2 weeks to live because of kidney disease, and then I gave her a couple of tincture herbs, and she survived.
So it's the kidney area that we're going to focus on. Check the kidneys.
Well, yes. Well, it was kidney disease. I'm just wondering how they're holding up today. If there's any weakness
I'll
or
find out their condition, and if I can help with emotions, if I can, I'll do that. So
right. Mm-hmm.
I connect with cats, dogs, and horses. I haven't done a horse, but I know that I could connect with the horse, and I help people with lots of pets. Sometimes they don't know that until I hear their dog barking in the background. I say, I can help you with that. No, that's my dog. He barks so much when the door rings, and I can help with that. So Carol, Cleo.
Yes.
And male or female?
Female.
Female. Okay, good. Okay.
Miss
That was
Cleo.
trenched out when you... Okay, that helps. Okay, let's do it. And just like always, I have to get someone's permission. So in this case, I talk to the parents or the guardian, and that gets me connected. Otherwise, I could connect with everybody anywhere, and we can. So right now, am I Michael Losier? Yes. Am I hydrated enough? It's going to take. Okay. I'm just scanning Cleo, female. I'm here with the owner, guardian mother, Carol. I have permission to connect with Cleo. There we go. Am I Michael? Am I Carol? Am I Cleo? Am I Bob? Am I Cleo? I'm connected to a cat right now. How do you like that? Am I Michael? Am I Cleo? Yes. Now, remember, I got to surface the problem. I'm asking you about the condition of my kidneys. Energy coming to the kidneys, processing through the kidney elimination, anything that the kidney is supposed to do. And my subconscious mind is bright and brilliant and knows everything. And does my subconscious, this is a rhetorical question, I'm doing it for you guys. Does my subconscious mind remember a time that my kidneys were perfect and ideal and they were on 0? In other words, from 0 to 100, they were perfect and ideal. They were on 0. And before I got some of that care from Carol about my kidneys, how far away are my kidneys from being ideal? Was it more than 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 16, 16, 16? So before my care with tinctures, my kidneys were 16% off. Are they 16 now? Are they over 16? Are they under 16? 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 7. So my kidneys are 7% away from being ideal. Okay, this is like a video game. The next question is the difference 100% emotion related? Yes. And does Michael have them all? Yes. Do I need to know what part of the kidneys or any other functions? No, no, no. True? Is that a yes to a no? Yes. Do I need to know where it's at? No. So I just have to, we're going to call it a region. So, and how many trapped emotions are causing this kidney imbalances? Remember, different trapped emotions pushed up against the kidney, stopping it from being ideal. How many trapped emotions are causing this? More than one. To remind you, imagine more than one, more than two, more than three, under three, three. Are these mine? Are these mine? My dad's mine. Did I absorb all three of these from a person or a cat? So somewhere, maybe growing up or somewhere around another cat took on their energy. I have three absorbed emotions that are collected in and around my kidneys. And was I born? Yes. And are they all on the blue chart behind Michael? Yes. Is there any in column A or B? Is it B1, B2? Is it B3? Is it B3, 1, 2, 3? Did I absorb, did I absorb the energy of grief? I'm releasing this absorbed grief. Imagine it's big, somebody else's. I'm releasing this absorbed energy that got transferred to me, releasing absorbed grief. Releasing this absorbed grief. Excuse me. Did I release this absorbed grief? Yes. How many's left? 5, 4, 3, 2. Michael doesn't have to do the math. You're subconscious. So there was 3, and now there's 2. Is the second one in column B? Is it B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is it B5 1, B5 2, B5? Is it B? Is it B5? It's 4. Sorry, B1. Is it B4 1, 2, 3? B4 4. I'm releasing this absorbed panic. The second emotion is absorbed panic. You didn't know I worked on cats, did you, Daniela? Releasing this absorbed panic. Where's the next one? Is it column B? Is it row 4 or 5? Is it A5? Is it B5 1, B5 2, B5 1, B5 2, B5 1? I'm releasing absorbed conflict. And these energies are in row 5, and row 5 is the kidney. So perfect sense. That's where these emotions go. They store themselves, and then they create imbalances. So I'm releasing this absorbed energy. Do I have any other trapped emotions of any kind on any chart collected in and around my kidney? Is there anything that's stopping my kidneys from being ideal? Am I done with this? Yes. Okay, Carol, I don't know if you'll be able to notice any changes, but it's nice knowing that there was 3, they were absorbed and they got deleted. So that was good.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I knew that she had a lot of skittishness in her, so that might have been contributing to that skittishness also. So I'll look for, actually, I'm going to pay attention to how often she urinates, and that could be a sign also. So we'll see. But I appreciate it.
Right? Thank you. Even humans, when we got emotions pressed up with our kidney, what do we say?
I got to pee.
I got pressure in my kidneys, right? So, oh, it's a lot of pressure on my kidneys. And now it's like, oh, you know what it is.
Yes.
And your whole, I'm helping a lot of people pee more regularly and everything. And there's something in the kidney, because I had the same thing. I want, the kidney or the bladder, it holds water. So imagine this is your bladder and it's numbered 1 to 10. And my question is, if someone says, oh, I pee, as soon as I drink water, I pee, and I'm peeing all the time. So their switch, which means, oh, that's enough. They're getting to like number 2 on the filling up their bladder. So when it gets to number 2, the subconscious mind says, that's enough. Sometimes without warning. You don't know what I mean by that? It's like, do I have to pee? Am I peeing? And because the levers broke. So my job is to find out what are the trapped emotions that are stopping me from storing more. And usually about 7 is where most people are getting to. That's a lot, you know? You wouldn't want it to go there, you'd be busting, but it's like, oh, I've got to pee,
Right.
and there's enough walking and enough time, and your subconscious mind says, you're gonna need to pee soon. Y'all know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So if you're a practitioner, measure the bladder, find out how full it gets before it releases.
It was interesting. You said her kidneys were off 17% before I gave her the herbal teas. And the vet
Yeah.
said she had 2 weeks to live. And it's like, I'm not going for that. So I don't know where they got 2 weeks to live out of
Yeah, I don't know how
17%
people
off.
can-
Yeah.
yeah, I
But
don't know
that's
how
why I love
people can make those statements.
that's
Doesn't
why
make
I love
sense.
the alternative health. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Good, thanks.
Mhm.
You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, I'm just
Mhm.
checking my time. A couple more success stories. Any questions or comments? Is there anybody that I haven't heard from? I'm just going to check the chat or the list of people here. I can't see any. Marlena, have I seen Marlena yet? Marlena, if
Hi,
you want
I'm
to join me,
here.
let me know.
Hi, I'm here.
Where are you at?
I'm here.
Okay, if you want to join me, you turn your camera on and I can help you out. And I'm
Okay, hang
also
on.
seeing
Let me get to it.
And I'm also seeing Hayes, if you want to say hello. I think you were here before. You might have an update. Anybody else, anything that you're observing that you have a question on, any questions about other things that I can help you with? And then we'll talk to Marlena. Any questions first? Okay, Marlena, welcome.
Good
Tell me
morning.
what brought you here.
Last week was my first week on with you. I'm also a practitioner. So we had covered the creative insecurity.
Yes.
And
And what
I
issue
can't,
did we work on?
yeah. And so, yeah, it had to do with relaunching my healing business, doing the website.
Okay.
And all that. Well, I didn't work on any of it this week, but I did start with the list of things and clearing up clutter in my way before I can even get to it, so which I hadn't done before. So it did help me break through my procrastination.
Okay, good. And it's always that same emotion. Even before you start your work day, we did it earlier. I don't know if you're watching. It's just like,
Yes.
oh, I'm releasing this creative insecurity about having to work on my website today. And even without muscle testing, and the presupposition is that's the emotion. If it is, you'll know. If it isn't, you'll
Right.
know.
Right. Yeah.
Glad to see boots in your business and starting to get, and it's good to come in and watch too, because you get to see styles and what some challenges people are having and how I'm working that out, maybe model some things after the way I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for the updates.
Welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to wrap up soon. If you had any questions or comments, this is the time to ask. A quick reminder, I'm live here every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, and I'm encouraging new friends to join. You saw that it's safe and fun, and even people that didn't think they were going to get work done today, like Daniela, thought she was going to watch. I changed her life with a quick session. Get in the queue and be one of the hundreds of people that I'm helping here live every Friday. And for those of you that want to have a one-on-one appointment, it's easy to do. Go to releasingnegativeemotions.com. I have a menu of about 100 items I'm having success with. And you can book me and choose about 5 to 8 items. And I'll get all of those done easily in 2 25-minute sessions. Okay, anybody have any closing comments or remarks? Joseph, go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully a little better here. 2 questions. First off, you mentioned the mentoring. You might be able to tell everybody again, and me again, how you start that process. That's number 1. Number 2, you mentioned the law of attraction workshop yesterday. And if that's a regular thing, maybe we can know how to tune into that as well.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I have a monthly membership where I merge law of attraction and emotion code. And it's the first, I think it's the second Tuesday of the month. It's a 3-month membership. I teach law of attraction. I do some NLP training. Everybody gets 11 emotion code sessions that are the same every month. Absorbed emotions, heart wall, customers, clients, heart wall with money, creative insecurity, a whole list of things. And last month we worked on the law of attraction exercise called My Ideal Client. And everybody left with the list of here's my ideal client. And then I removed all the BS that was in the way. If somebody wants to put it in the chat for me, it's michaellosier.com/membership. And can you remind me the first one again, Joseph? I didn't get all of that question.
Oh, I think that was the first one. The second, maybe that's both of them, because I was asking about the mentorship, and I was also asking about that law of attraction workshop that you mentioned yesterday. So maybe that's the same thing.
Yeah, thank you, Hayes, for putting that there. Well, there's two things. I have my law of attraction emotion code merge membership. That's for business owners. All the conversations about business, all the law of attraction, and all the emotion code session. And then I have a 90-day program for practitioners, and that is more robust. We meet every week. So it's a total of 12 sessions, and a number of people that are with me are in that program. And everybody comes at different levels. Some people are brand new. Everybody has to be certified by Dr. Brad, because I'm giving kind of advanced emotion code sessions in there. So everybody's a practitioner already. And I'm helping them be fast, efficient, and effective. And then the second part, I'm helping them make money, running and having a business. More important, do group work, which I don't talk a lot here, but you'll hear that in the future. That is michaellosier.com/practitioner. And you can go check that out. See all the goodies that you get. Mandy, let's hear it in one more time to you. See if things settle differently for you or better.
I don't know yet because I found my brain is like blank at the moment.
Okay, well, it's better than painful, right? So honestly, sometimes it's hard to notice the absence of it. It's like, I don't know. Let me feel it. So as your life, come back next week and say, oh, it got clear later on or whatever that might have happened. When it comes to physical pain, my experience is we can feel it right away. And then when it comes to other things like heart walls and energy and doubts and beliefs, that takes time because now you're sending a new vibration, and law of attraction is starting to respond to the new vibe and unfold and orchestrate things that are in alignment. So when I tell people there is an emotion, a heart wall emotion, I'll say, now you're like, Amanda, you're sending a brand new vibe. So now I want you to just notice over the next couple of days, you're starting to attract things matching this new vibe that you have. Good. So physical pain, usually right away. Other stuff, it's unfolding because of the energy got released.
Actually, I feel like there is some kind of stomach pain. I think it's in intestine, in sacral chakra and navel chakra area. I found some pain.
Okay, I can work on that. Not here, but I would do that in a private session, because I want to ask more questions.
Yeah.
But today, the heart wall, and it's usually up in the, well, not usually, it's up in the heart area. So most people feel, oh, I can breathe. Literally, these emotions are all stacked against the heart. So other things that you might be feeling might be more loud now because we got rid of this that was loudest. Sometimes that happens. Okay.
Could I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Merlina. I'm recovering from a broken arm, 7 weeks now. So are there any emotions that are contributing or not contributing to the healing process?
Yeah, I heard that you were a practitioner, so you would be able to ask that question yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
But let me help you ask it a little bit more succinctly, right?
Okay.
There's different. So write this down for me. The first question is, do I have any unprocessed emotions contributing to pain? It's like a video game. The answer is yes. How do I know that? Because you're in pain. So, but we still have to ask it. And then here's the list. I want to say, is it mine? Is this my emotion? Is this my own fear? Are you writing that down or you're going to remember?
I'm actually
the next one,
recording it. Yeah.
Okay. The next one says, is it absorbed? And the reason why is because that's where you had an accident and it becomes the weakest part of your body. So even at the hospital or around caretakers or anybody that was having trauma, that's where we absorb emotion. So is it absorbed? And the other thing I would ask is, Do I have nervous system disruption? And you know, like a garden hose that has a kink in it, there's
Yeah.
a disruption in the garden hose. So from your shoulders to your fingertip, there might be these are Michael Losier's terms, there might be a kink or a broke in the energy, and it's caused by this. So do I have nervous system disruption? Is it caused by this? What are they? Delete it, test again. Always test. Do I have it? Delete it, and test again.
Okay.
So there are three common things. You know how people say, oh, I broke my arm when I was like 7 years old and it hurts every now and then, even though it's 7 years ago,
Right.
because there's an unprocessed emotion that gets agitated. Some people say it's because of the rain, which could be true, but that sleeping emotion that happened when you were young gets activated. We rub it, not we, but that's why I broke my arm. And it's because this emotion is still in there. It's waking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite get that first one you asked. I think the audio cut out for a second, but the very first
Is it
one that
mine
you
or is
asked.
it absorbed? There's only two. Is it mine? Is it absorbed? And is there nervous system disruption?
Oh, I thought there was something earlier. Okay.
But there's lots more, but
Oh,
those
sure,
three
sure.
things will help you. And then you can use the body code book, ask anything else, but those things are
Okay.
probably there.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that'll help me. Also, I'm glad you brought that up about the old injury, because I'd broken a toe in my 20s and I'm 70 now, so it's like it still hurts.
Yeah. Again, after having so many clients, you get to hear a pattern. Oh, I broke my arm, I broke my leg, or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Shamaka, everybody. My friend John and I, who's a practitioner who introduced me to the emotion code probably about 9 years ago, we've done 258 Facebook, Instagram, YouTube live events. We did them a week for 5 years, and we've built an entire business on those. So we meet the first Saturday of, which is tomorrow. And tomorrow's topic is balancing chakras using emotion. So a chakra, for those of you, these are like little spinning energy centers that keep us balanced. And imagine throwing this inside of a spinning fan, a fan that's spinning. It's gonna. So tomorrow, John's gonna host the show tomorrow, talk about the chakras, how they're imbalanced, and John helps people identify the emotions on every chakra. And we might even do he might even do a session tomorrow. I'm not sure. So it'll be the first time we talked about chakras on the Releasing Negative Emotions show. Well, I had a good event, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm back next Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern. And Joseph, you can just send me a direct message to start that conversation, and then I can figure a way that we can connect differently after that.
Michael, where do
Okay,
we connect for tomorrow's show?
You can go to my YouTube page, which is Hang Out with Michael. Oh, it's right here behind me. It's youtube.com Hangout with Michael, and you'll see the playlist there of all the previous episodes. And you'll also see a different style between John and I. John's more gentle than I am. He's more loving and kind. I'm kind of like, rush, quick, no story, blah, blah, blah. What's wrong? So we attract different clients based on our personality.
So good.
So
Okay, everybody,
it's
thanks
live
for
on
my
YouTube.
help here today. Oh, go ahead, Carol.
Yeah,
I
what
was gonna
time?
say, so it's live on YouTube?
It'll be live on YouTube, live on my Facebook page, live on LinkedIn, hopefully. But
Oh.
yeah, the YouTube page, you can watch it there. I'll be looking. I can see
Okay.
where you're watching from too. In that chat,
Uh-huh.
people. It's not like this, it's not a group.
And what time was that again?
It is same time as today, 9 a.m. Pacific.
9
You can tell I
a.m.
like
Thank you.
doing mornings, right? Yeah, after work, I'm done. My energy's tip top until about noon, so.
All righty, thank you. I appreciate that.
Mary and Colette, thanks for helping me get people in today. That's always helpful for me. And let's talk to everybody. Hayes, thanks for all the chats you've been putting in there. And if you're watching live, leave me a note, say hello, and tell me one thing that you heard today that kind of resonated with you, or what made sense. What got you excited, and what do you see yourself doing as a result of hanging out with me today? Let me chat on the social media, and we'll see everybody next Friday.
Thank you
See you
so
later,
much.
everybody.